I'll say it's definitely different strokes for different folks. Pause. Like women, no matter what, they if they like you enough, they really admire you, they'll deal with that type of situation. We got our futures, we got our Nick Cannons, we have Hugh Hefner who's able to have multiple women all the time, and none of those women had a problem with it, right? They just wanted to be a part of it. They wanted to be a part of that lifestyle. If you were hyper successful, right, for women are going to want you, man. If you have a whole lot of power, women are going to want you, and they're not going to really care about that. And I've seen polygamy work in situations where even it might seem like a kind of regular guy, right? Where they're more communal than anything. The whole household will function as one unit. The wives will help each other. One person will be doing cooking, one person will be taking care of the kids, and it can work. And if they admire that man enough, then he'll be able to do that. Now, I don't want anyone to get it confused for just a second and thinking that most men have a shot at this, because we don't, right? I think that the success that he had on that level is probably less than 1 in 1 million men to get it on that. And just polygamy on a whole, I'd say most of us can't do it, right? Most of us would love the idea of it, but Bruiser mentioned an excellent word, programming. We were programmed not to think that this is right. Right. Most of us are not going to tell our daughters, hey, you know what? You could go ahead and share this man as long as you are, taken care of. Right. That's not what we want. That's not what we tell our daughters to do. So in most cases, you're not going to see females who are prepared to do that. They want their own. They say, no, this he's mine. That's how they feel about it. So we just have to understand that you have to be open to that type of lifestyle, and you also have to have women who are open to that lifestyle. The worst thing that you can possibly do in a situation like that is to try to play with people's emotions. Somebody already mentioned it. Don't do that. Don't play with anybody's emotions. You have to be forthcoming. You have to be a man about it, and you let them know that this is exactly what it is. And if they want to do it, then that's cool. For him personally, I think he was just effed out, man. Like, he really had a lot of it, and now he's looking at different situations. And I don't think if he went so extreme, like if he was just normally dealing with polygamous situations and he didn't go to the absolute extreme, like this is extreme. This is nowhere near normal. This is extreme. So to get to that level, of course you could tire out, right? Like, women can't amaze you. What kind of tricks could they really do when you've seen it thousands of times? Like it's nothing amazing about it anymore. And as a man, you on your purpose. If you want to start dealing with women emotionally, you have to understand how much work that is, right? For you to be able to take care of them the way you want them to take care of you, it's a lot more responsibility on you. So when you have to take care of the way this woman is thinking, you have to make sure she's good. You have to provide for all of them people. Most people aren't in a position to even try to do that. And it's just too much. And the way women are wired today, it's going to be even more difficult, right? Dealing with these personalities, especially of modern day women. You try to get multiple modern day women, it's going to be difficult. I'll say Shannon made an excellent point as far as when you jump on a plane and get your passport. I feel like it's a lot more likely for you to be able to get that off on the East, because women aren't wired the same way. And I'm not saying that it's better or worse. It's just different, right? Women don't have the same expectations from a man. Of course, in a lot of cases, you're expected to provide, but there's not, you don't have to be super tall or anything. This dude is only 5'9", and it wasn't a big deal. He probably got most of his situations overseas, because it'll jump off real quick. You go to certain places, you go to Germany, it's jumping, right? You go into many places in South America, it's jumping. You can go to Africa, it's jumping. Like they own you. You got a different swag, you got a little money to you, you got a different tongue. Pause again. It's just different. They just want to be attached to that lifestyle. You smell different, you look different. They want to be a part of that. And you're not going to have the same type of issues because they are thinking differently. They're looking at you differently, and expectations are different. I'll leave it there for now.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, I agree with Trev.
I have a serious question. What evidence do we have that these men are able to successfully maintain polygamous relationships?
Man, stop paying.
Who?
Dan Bilzerian You know what? We're not in the room. We ain't watching him stroke him down. But he's in those rooms, and a lot of people is vouching for him because they've been part of that.
No,
They've been the plus ones. They've been on the yachts with him. They've been in the extravagant palatial estates with him. I followed him from when he was playing poker, and he was having women around him. That you can't tell me he got like 20 women on the boat naked, playing with titties. Pardon me. Yeah, doing all that good stuff, and he's not having his pick of the litter when he want to.
no, I'm not arguing that. That's obvious. What I mean is that because his whole art, the guy in the video was talking about settling down with the woman, i.e., maybe marriage, and her being okay with him participating, continuing this lifestyle. What evidence do we have that that's actually successful for men in this country?
Trev just told you, Hugh Hefner. How
Hugh
long did
Hefner was
he run that
divorced 3
gravy
times.
train? He did what?
He was divorced 3 times.
It was successful.
That's not successful if they divorced you.
Okay, you're talking about marriage. You're talking about lifestyle. That's different. Marriage and lifestyle is two different things.
So I'm asking what person was able to be with someone that stood the test of time and a woman was completely okay with him dibbling, because anybody will say
Sweeney, I think
you're asking about America, but
Freedom
polygamy
Molly.
is illegal in America.
Sweeney, I think
no.
I think
All
the
right, so
evidence-
y'all miss. Hold on, wait. Y'all
I get what
misunderstanding
you're
what I'm saying. A man that's married maintains his marriage with this woman, because obviously we do know that polygamy is illegal,
Now
and he's
you're
still
moving the
able to
goalpost.
go out and sleep with hundreds of women, and he
Bob Marley.
keeps his wife.
Listen, Sweeney, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is actually having evidence of those type of relationships being successful would actually go against the agreement between a man and a woman. And a lot of women and men who agree on these situations are like, hey, look, you're a multimillionaire, whatever the hell you are. I don't want to know about it. Don't let it get out. That's how the conversation goes. But you asking for evidence that it's actually successful for relationships to thrive like that. I'm saying that it wouldn't even make it, if you're having if your agreement on moving like this is that, hey, look, I'm gonna keep it discreet, and it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna expose this to the public or society, especially when you have, I mean, a lot of these guys are CEOs and they run companies and stuff. They have a brand to protect. So it works in hand with the man and the woman. So a lot of these men that are moving like this, they don't want nobody to know. So asking for evidence is not really, I don't think it's a good way to start a conversation on trying to substantiate that type of relationship.
Well, I think we can only go off of what we see, because we all, at this point, we're all just assuming then. We're assuming that it works, but every single person that we've ever seen practice this form of lifestyle divorce their women.
That's not
every last one of them.
That's
all about what group you is all about what group you connect with.
That might be people who are public about it.
Yeah.
You ever heard
there's
of
a
it?
whole lot of people in Beverly Hills, Sweeney, right now, whose wives simply turn their head and go play gin rummy with their friends.
Shannon, can I inject something real quick? NDA.
They don't care.
Pimps.
They do not.
Pimps got hoes. Pimps
We're
are
guessing.
He just killed you with that. The NDA?
We guessing. That's all we're doing right now. We're guessing.
Wait, are you serious?
No, we're not.
I think we're all guessing.
Hugh Hefner is a
I'm not
perfect
guessing.
example.
I actually
Hugh
know.
Hefner.
I know a lot of guys who run companies
but
that
I can't tell you people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just
Hugh
because
Hefner.
you don't know, I'm telling you. This is not a guess. Your boy Shannon. I know people. I know people that you know that I can't tell you of because these are my friends. But you see them on TV. They have no problem. I'll give you an example. Layla Rashawn and
Sunshine.
Sunshine, and because that one is public. Antoine Fuqua. You want, like, Sweeney? There's people there. Antoine Fuqua, director of a Training Day that got Denzel Washington his Oscar, and then he's married to Layla Rashawn successfully about 20-30 years, something like that. And then Antoine Fuqua was in France frolicking around with Eddie Murphy's ex. What's her name? The fine one?
Nicole Murphy.
Nicole Murphy. When asked about when Layla Rashawn was asked about it, she was like, don't worry about our business. And she shut that down. That didn't go no further. The news reports was like, well, fuck, I guess ain't nothing to talk about here. Because Layla was like, don't worry about our marriage. Don't worry about that. I'll talk to him when he get home. That right there is very prevalent. But because you don't know about it, and because these people don't speak about that kind of stuff, you think it doesn't exist, but it absolutely exists. And then the only reason we don't talk about it is because it's shunned upon here in the West, in America. You don't talk about that. But let me take you to Nigeria. Let's go to Ghana. I could take you to a whole nother continent where shit, motherfuckers is in line to be wife number 2 and 3.
Democratic of Congo, Burkina Faso, etc. That's common practice in those places in Western and Central Africa.
So where it's publicly adopted, it's successful. Where it's publicly shunned, it's simply done behind behind closed doors.
So in other words, in this country, it's not really a thing.
Sweeney, you speak with naivete.
In this country, it's not a thing publicly.
It's classified.
I think you need to hang out with somebody that really go out there and act and is active. Then when you come home, you're gonna cook your ribs different. You're gonna use different herbs and spices. Because I don't think you've been in those rooms where you seen the amazing and your jaw just hit the floor.